share with you my story. Will you share your valor with me? Bad times are coming and I reap what I sow. Hey, hey. Well, let me tell you something.
KEXU 96.1 FMLP right here in East Oakland.
That's Poor People's Revolutionary Radio. Yeah, we're all the people you don't want to see, never want to be. Look away from me. What you gonna do? Arrest me? We're in your city. Yeah, I'm a poverty scholar, that houseless mama, that houseless daughter. And we're reporting live and direct from this liberated Ohlone Lashan land out here in deep east Weechene Ohlone land, aka Oakland, on Black Arthur. Nothing that comes out of our mouth is anything but the truth. Because this is PNN, not CNN, people.
Yes, and today we're going to deal with some real news that's happening. Not no Russia, not no Utopia, Black Panther. We're talking about some real news that's happening right now. We're talking about Donald Trump's food box. Because they're happening right now. People are getting these food boxes and getting their food stamps cut away completely.
So y'all know about that EBT crumb, that food stamp crumb, those little bit of nothing that us undeserving po get if we're lucky enough. Yeah, we all macking on our $241. Try feeding a family. That's one trip to whole paycheck. Try feeding a family on that crumb that they act like we rolling deep with. Well, guess what? The Trump clown who's invading the white people's house right now is finally putting in his sci-fi horror movie manifestations, which again, as far as I'm concerned, he's just a hatchet man. There's been hate and anti-poor people laws on this stolen indigenous territory for years. So he's just a hatchet man who gets to manifest this hate, right? So the most recent is saying that we poor people are using our big EBT dollars on something else. Oh my God, like, you know, I don't know, substances, we're rolling deep, we're buying trips to Mexico or whatever. And so they're gonna give us some strange, broken, sick, GMO food boxes that is insured and will continue to poison us poor people.
Yeah, I just want to go back to my childhood. I think you know, Tiny, too, that back in the 80s, we used to get these block cheeses, you know, from the government.
Oh,
these
yeah.
block, heavy-duty
Love
cheese.
that cheese.
So,
you eat that cheese all day.
Exactly.
And days to come.
Exactly. And they made some good grilled cheese. But anyway, you know, it's like going back into time because we've been here before under Reagan, you know, when they had those block cheeses and hard rolls. Me and my mother and my father used to get those block cheeses. So 2018, we're almost at the same point in Reagan.
And shout out to my sister Junebug, my sister Queen Nande, Lori, all of the welfare queens, that's small W, capital Q, because we continue to fight against this poor people hate, and we were actually able to get our WIC certificates used at the farmer's market, our EBT cards accepted at the farmer's market so that we could actually get, oh my God, fresh food for us poor people. What a thought. Produce and vegetables. What a thought. The point being is that under the concept of us poor people only deserve crap, this idea of giving us a certificate or unhealthy, stale and moldy food or GMO-filled food that causes us to have heart disease and diabetes is nothing new. And actually what it really is the manifestation again of that hate. So we're going to watch a video because in fact those food boxes are being delivered.
Yeah, the video comes from Black Education TV. So check it out back on the East Coast.
We're going to watch a little piece of it.
In this video that you see playing right now, I've removed the audio from that video because there's a lot of cursing, or should I say cussing, going on in the video. someone who is visibly upset by what they are seeing, what they are witnessing. What you see is the Trump food box, in which he had indicated already that he is going to be replacing the food stamp EBT card with these food boxes. Now, I didn't know that they had started this soon with that program, but apparently they have in some areas, and this is what they are going to look like. Apparently they're going to be shipped to you by UPS. As I spoke in an earlier video, back in the day, individuals were responsible for going to some type of food bank location called Focus Hope, in which they had to pick up boxes of food that way. So I guess they're making it a little bit easier by having the food shipped to the recipients of the food stamp program. That being said, the woman in the video is giving a description of the food and how hard the biscuits are, and the big chunk of stuff you see is actually frozen soup or what have you, and you get your meat all wrapped up, and you get all these other pre-cooked meals that are kind of like TV dinners. And that's a far cry different than what most people, or what welfare recipients were used to. They were used to getting a choice in what they could purchase with their EBT card, but now the choice has been taken away, and what you have is this food box in which they give you, I guess, what they want you to have. I don't know if there's a selection choice or what, or if they just send you something and this is what you eat. The woman in the video did say that there was some pork in there and some chicken in there.
Oh man, that's hardcore. See, you said something very important, a word called choice. That people on welfare, people in this society had a choice. So our lovely president is taking away that choice. Just like he's taking away the choice of housing with the Fair Housing Act gone. You know, just like he's taking away the choice of public education. You know, now it's all charter schools. So we don't have any choice left.
Yeah. And again, so people understand that Trumpet Clown is just the hatchet man. These things were already in the pipeline, and the neoliberal reality that AmeriClan is, that this stolen colonial project is. They've just put out a thing about the end of public housing. Well, we already knew under Obama they were already working rad and selling the mortgages of public housing on the stock market. But back to these food boxes, 22nd AmeriClan history lesson. The original welfare, or health fair, as us welfare queens call it, was actually created for white widows of war veterans. It was raised in class from the gate, and in actuality, it was the deserving versus the undeserving poor. These were articulated. So this hate comes completely rooted in the actual welfare code itself. And then when Daniel Moynihan went in to the black housing projects in Harlem, and with one swoop of his white middle class hand, got rid of the even little bit of, or pathologized the single mother-headed households, as my Mama D reported on, he basically furthered the criminalization. So anyway, these food boxes are 21st century reality. What it really means is we need to make our own self-determination, because as we always say, change won't come from a savior, a pimp, or an institution. Change will only come from a poor people-led revolution.
Yes, and once again, go to Poor Magazine. You can go to Poor Magazine and read about homefulness, where we are growing our own food, you know?
That's KEXU 96.1 FMLP, the Poor People's Liberation Radio, on this stolen Ohlone Lashawn land.
Peace.
To our Lord, you got heart, tell us on the truth.